What if the beast was cursed not because he was selfish and cruel or had any particular character flaw, but because of the choices of somebody else? And what if Belle was not taking her father's place in servitude to the beast, but was actually taking her father's place because he was framed for ending somebody by a man who was trying to blackmail her into marriage to him? Hi, I'm Chantel, and I can't wait to tell you about my new favorite Beauty and the Beast inspired story. But first, I am the face behind the channel Fairly Bookish. You can find everything fairy tale, mythology, fantasy, and a little bit of historical fiction discussed on my channel, but it is fade to black or less. I don't do open door scenes on this channel. I am on all of the popular social media channels, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube being my main focus, and I would absolutely love to talk books with you, so hit the subscribe button, stick around, and let's talk about some fairy tales. Today I am talking about the third book in the Fair Myth Chronicles. This is a mashup between a fairy tale and a myth, and they are fantastic. I am not truly ready for this series to end, although I know it will soon, and this book was no exception. The Beast's Labyrinth by Abigail Manning. This is a combination of the Beauty and the Beast tale and the Minotaur. Now, I have read somewhere between 50 and 70 Beauty and the Beast inspired or direct retellings of the Beauty and the Beast story, and this is one of the first where I have read a story where the Beast is cursed not because he did something wrong. He wasn't selfish and cruel. He was cursed because of something that someone else chose to do. This whole story has a lot of unexpected tidbits that you kind of are left wondering as you go, and then all of a sudden you get these aha moments where it kind of clicks into place and you kind of get a bit more back of what the background story was building up to. And I have to say, this person, Belle, is absolutely an amazing character. Like, she is so brave and so strong and very resilient and very smart and also a little bit feisty. She did not want to marry this person because she knew that his character was truly beastly. And when she gets thrown into this magical labyrinth to meet her death, as everybody assumes, she would rather die than be blackmailed into a marriage with him. So when her father is framed for attempted ending someone, she takes his place because that would be her choice. Her sisters will have their father, and she will be free from the attempts of this person to force her hand. What she didn't expect to find in the labyrinth was a beast who is a beast in form but not in action. He did take care of the criminals who came into the labyrinth, which was his home, and though that is obviously not a great thing, he did do it as an act of mercy most of the time, or when these people tried to end him first. And when it came to the rose was such a unique twist on this tale. The rose has way more significance and makes so much more sense to the story than many of the other stories where he gets angry because someone picks a unrelated to his curse rose. This one really amps up the mystery behind the rose, and you don't really get the full story towards the end of the book, but I really love that because it keeps you wondering, how does the magic of this labyrinth work? Why is it like responding to only certain people? And how does this rose work? And how do they join together? It was really well done. I really loved Thea and Zared together, and I did wonder how she would get out of this last minute promise she made to the person who was trying to blackmail her. She made it thinking that she was going to walk into this prison and probably die quickly. And when she actually gets out, I wondered how that would be cleared up so that she and the beast, who is a beast no longer, could be together. But the ending is fantastic. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to give you too many clues on how the plot plays out, but if you love Beauty and the Beast stories and you want something different, you have to try the Fairy Myth Chronicles. I thought that the Medusa Rapunzel retelling, which came just before this one, was fantastic. It's still one of my favorite books, but I have to say this pairing, the Minotaur and Beauty and the Beast, is so good. It is the match made in heaven. So this was one you definitely must read. I really love all of Abigail Manning's books. They are just such a different take on stories that sometimes I've read dozens of, and I always find that I'm still guessing on how the story is going to turn out. I have read almost all of her books with the exception of one Halloween collection, which I still need to get. I love Abigail Manning's books because no matter how many times I have read the stories that she's telling, dozens of times in this case, they're always so fresh and different. I don't know exactly how the story is going to play out, and there's always at least one or two little things in there that are so unexpected and so interesting and make the story so new and fun that it makes it really hard for me to pick a favorite. I loved the fairy tale series. Those were the Ruby and the Emerald Realm, and there are some other miscellaneous fairy tales that kind of fit in there as well. But I have to say, this Fair Myth series and the Nursery Rhyme series are some of my top favorites because they're just so different and so interesting, and I can't get enough of them. I'm going to be really sad when both of these series ends, but that is not the end of the world because I know there's a lot of really good books coming up that I am so looking forward to. So if you have never read any of Abigail's books, get them on your TBR, go to Kindle, grab some copies. Most of them are on Kindle Unlimited. This Fair Myth series will not be on Kindle Unlimited, but it will be available to purchase as an ebook if you desire. And yes, I cannot wait for this to come out. It comes out June 21st, so get it on your pre-order and let me know if when you read it and if you read it, what you think and what your favorite myth fairy tale combination would be.